Proverbs chapter 27. Let another man praise thee, a prudent man foreseeth evil. Hell and destruction are never full. Boast not thyself of the morrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips. A stone is heavy, and the sand weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. Wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous. But who is able to stand before envy? Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. The full soul loatheth in honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet. Okay, now we're getting back into some basic comparison statements instead of cause and effect statements. But I do like, open rebuke is better than secret love. But the best part of that opening, let others praise you. Don't spend the time to praise yourself. You don't know what you're going to be doing tomorrow. You don't know what things are going to turn out tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Just do what you need to do and let others look at your work and praise you for it. It reminds me of a quote, a line from the movie Fiddler on the Roof, where Perchik, if you're familiar with the movie, Perchik, he's coming into the family to be a tutor for the daughters. And he makes the statement, he says, "I'm a very good teacher." And one of the daughters looks at him and says, "I've often heard it said that a rabbi who must praise himself has a congregation of one." So if you have to praise yourself, then there's a good chance that your work isn't worth praising in the first place. But if you can be humble enough to not praise yourself and let others look at the work and decide what is worthy of praise, then you can know that what you're doing is worthy of that praise. Verse 8. As a bird that wandereth from her nest, so is a man that wandereth from his place. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Thine own friend and thy father's friend forsake not, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity. For better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. My son, be wise, and make my heart glad, that I may answer him that reproacheth me. A prudent man foreseeth evil, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Take his garment that is surety for a stranger, and take a pledge of him for a strange woman. He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him. A continual dropping in a very rainy day, and a contentious woman are alike. Whosoever hideth her hideth the wind, and the ointment of his right hand which bewrayeth itself. Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof, so he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. Let us pause briefly again here. These are, I like a lot of these. I can't comment on everything, but I like that last one. I wanted to pause here because I like that last part. Iron sharpeneth iron, so men sharpen men. If we are willing and friendly and we are working together and we are willing to take correction from each other, not just me correcting you, but you also correcting me. And if we are willing to do this, then we can improve ourselves as friends, as family, as a community. We can work to improve ourselves. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. I like that. We need each other to improve. Anyways, verse 19. As in water face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. As the fining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise. Though thou shouldest bray a fool in a mortar among wheat with a pestle, yet will not his foolishness depart from him. Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. For riches are not forever, and doth the crown endure to every generation. The hay appeareth, and the tender grass sheweth itself, and herbs of the mountains are gathered. The lambs are for thy clothing, and the goats are the price of the field. And thou shalt have goats milk enough for thy food, for the food of thy household, and for the maintenance of thy maidens. That's an interesting one on the end there. But first of all, let's look at this. Though thou shouldest bray a fool in a mortar, that means to pound or rub. Now, a mortar is where you would crush your bowl, and then you have the pestle would be the stick that you crush the herbs up in and everything. But, it doesn't matter what you do. You pound it and you rub it. You try to get all the herbs and all the good stuff out of it. But if it's a fool, it's not going to do anything. So, but then I like the riches are not forever, and even kingdoms, you cannot guarantee that your family will be on the throne. But keep the flocks, keep the land, keep the maintenance of your family, and things will be okay. It's very interesting. So I'm going to leave that here, and we'll see you in the next one.